Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a tutorial on this look right here. I bought a new MacBook today and it really inspired me to sit down and film so I could edit something on that. So like, that's my Friday nights. But also I was very inspired by Kathleen Light's video that she posted today, the day that I'm filming this. And it was this really like blue look that she did, and she used Alamar Cosmetics, which is one of her friends that just launched her own cosmetics line. Kathleen was inspired by Kim Kardashian to do this look, and I was inspired by Kathleen. It's weird. But I've also been wanting to step out of my comfort zone a little bit, and this is definitely it. I actually really, I forgot to set my face. I am actually really happy with the way that this turned out. The tape did kind of do a weird thing on the sides. I don't really think that you're going to be able to pick that up on camera. You might. I can't see it in the viewfinder, but it's like that big, so I don't know. But other than that, I really like that. It definitely gives like this dark, grungy vibe with a pink? No, with a blue twist that I really, really love. My second eye always turns out better than my first eye. It's the luck of the draw. But yeah, so I was really inspired by a new computer, Kathleen Light, I guess Kim Kardashian, because she was, you know, the root of this. But I definitely really wanted just to try something different, and I was bored sitting at home on a Friday night, so I figured, why not film? You're gonna hear dirt bikes in the background of this at some point because my neighbors are hooligans that like to do that in the city. That is all that I really have to say. No, I think that this could be a really pretty dramatic prom look if that's something that you're into. You could definitely, you know, turn it up a notch with false lashes. I'm not good at applying those, so I just didn't. But other than that, I really do think that you could totally achieve this look. It was so freaking easy, and it's great because I did my foundation second, which means that I could get as, you know, crazy as I wanted to and really pack on that color and just wipe it away. And that is the best way to do it when you're doing these type of looks. So if I could do this look, you can do this look. If you want to see my tutorial on this look, and it's my full face tutorial as well, then make sure you keep watching. Okay, so of course I'm using my Dream Street and Kathleen Light's Colourpop palette, and I went into the shade Twinkle, and I am using that as my transition shade and just really building that up to also kind of add some depth to the crease as well. And if you couldn't tell, I have the tape there to really get that dramatic line. So then next I went into the shade Water Bearer, and I am slightly putting that into my crease to develop an easier way to kind of blend it out. And I'm just working very, very, very carefully with that to ensure that I don't go too hard, too strong. And then I do end up really, really buffing that out to make it as seamless as possible before I start adding it to my lid like you see right here. And I did that just to create a darkness that I wanted. I really wanted this to be a nice a nice dark eye and not just really super light, and, you know, really smoke it out as well. And honestly, I'm just working very, very carefully to make sure I don't go overboard, but also still give the look that I am going for. So now I'm going into the shade Mermaid Boy, which you can't really see, but it is like the same color as the other one, Water Bearer. And I wet my brush just to really give it more of a punch. And I love to do that with any shimmer shadow that I use. to really just emphasize it and make it stand out more, and I am just packing that onto the lid. So then I just take a little bit of kaleidoscope and pop that into the center of the lid as well. Used a little bit too much, so I had to dab some of that off. And that was just to brighten up the center of my eye so it wasn't too dark. And then I'm just going back in with Water Bearer because I felt like I lost some of it after all the blending and, you know, the what for, and then I added too much. And so it's really just going back and forth, and right now I'm using the shade Twinkle just to really, you know, get it going. So then I go into my favorite color to highlight my brow bone with, called Moony. Time to put on foundation. So I already have primer on. I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I've never filmed at this time, so you are getting me in rare form. Typically am not in. So sorry. So I'm using my Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation. Please ignore this and this and this and this and this, and it's been a rough couple of weeks, but we're getting there. So I'm just taking my Y6 and blending that out. And when I do this, I never get too close to the under eye because I don't want to mess up that sharp edge. Now, we're not going to leave it this sharp. What could really help you with that is like help you with your winged liner. But I am not doing that because I'm not that good at it. I spent all weekend, one weekend, perfecting the and then I stopped doing it and I lost it. So I'm just going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light. And then when I have, you know, like this effect going on, I like to use this brush right here. I mean, you could use a beauty blender, a beauty sponge, anything to really like get like that. I just find that this is easiest for me to really like chisel out that under eye and be careful and not mess it up. Oh honey, I am excited to conceal these bags. So this is the Moda Pro BMX 250 chisel. Oh, it's already so much better. Wow, that's bright. I think it is safe to say that I am too dark for this concealer right now. Oh wow, I'm normally really pale. So I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder. And normally I do not like to use this to set my under eyes because it does darken things up more than what I want, but Mama needs that today. Mama needs a lot of that today. So we're just gonna really get that on there. Oh, that's a lot better. I don't look like Casper anymore. So I'm just gonna pack some more on there. I do really like this powder to set the face with. And apparently I really like it when I'm trying to use a concealer that has no business being on my face. So with this look, I really want a chiseled look. So I'm going with my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette in Dulce de Leche. So I'm just using my Crown brush SSO23 Jumbo Kabuki Fan. And I do love this powder, the highlighting powder as well. I like it to set. But I love this contour. And it's going to go on and it's going to look really super warm. At least it does in person. But then when I put the bronzer that I'm about to put on, it's like... I just found a new thing. I'm in a little disbelief right now. Sorry. I can't. Okay, I'm sorry. Please forgive me with how bright my under eyes are. Hopefully it looks okay. So now I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Rich Amber. This is my favorite. So I have been loving this e.l.f. highlighting brush to bronze with. And it just like, I don't know, it just really like puts it on very, very, very pretty. And I like that. So I'm just gonna bronze up these cheeks. If I ever hit pan on something, it'll be this guy. I think I like it because of how like flimsy it is. Oh, honey. And I just like that kind of application right now. And it just really like helps make it like sun-kissed and not just like bronze. I love to go along the forehead like this, especially when my hair is pulled back. I found myself a little self-conscious about this area. Not like severely, but sometimes when it really like gets to me and it's pronounced pretty like extreme sometimes. I really like to make that look smaller. You see how it just kind of like brings warmth to the face and kind of makes this receding hairline. I don't really know what to call it because I got tons of baby hair right there. Not as hideous. So I'm just going in with my Flower Beauty Peach Primrose blush, and this, I like this, and I think I'll like it for this look because it is a very buildable blush and it just like really melts into the skin and looks good with any look that I do. It just brings that right amount of color to the skin and to the cheeks without offsetting any eye look or any type of makeup look that you're going for. You see how it like just brings a little bit of that healthiness and plumpness to the cheeks, kind of like when you add the whole look together, kind of in like a mauvey, I don't know, like brownish color, but even though it's not, I mean, there's some baby brown undertones in there, but you know what I mean? Like it just like brings a bronzy, mauvey, healthy color to the cheeks. I do not know how to describe things. All I know is it's pretty. That's all you have to know, and it's good. And by the way, I used my Luxie 514 blush brush. So now we're going into the ABHxAmrezy Highlighter. We're just gonna get that on the cheekbones. Whew. It gives me chills every time. Man! I hope that my nose actually looks as good as I think it does in the viewfinder. Okay, so I took the shade Water Bearer along my lower lash line very, very, very carefully because I found that if you put too much on this on your lower lash line, it's not the cutest thing, at least on me. So what I did was I also like tapped off the excess onto my hand, and I am also going along where that tape was to attempt to fix that outer edge, but it didn't. It really did not want to blend away. So I was kind of stuck with it, which you could easily fix this with putting some liner right there, and it would look 1,000 times better. So then I went in with my Marc Jacobs In the Buff Gel Eyeliner and added some mascara. I think my Grande Cosmetics one, and you're not going to see it, but I used my lip liner from Colourpop in the shade Oh Snap, and then used Moonchild Ultra Lippie, Ultra Glossy Lip from Colourpop and Kathleen Lights, which is my favorite ever. But that is everything for this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed creating it for you. If you would like to see other types of tutorials, make sure that you leave a comment down below so I will know. Please make sure that you hit that like button so I know that I'm not just, you know, doing something you don't want to see. Hit that little notification bell so you don't miss my videos, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!
I'm going to go back in with the shade Roxanne. And
Roxanne! 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 Roxanne!
a little bit of sheen in it. I use it in almost every single video. It's like one of my ride or dies. And then and
come together!
you to be able to straighten my hair, get dressed.
So wetty under there.
Being smoky, like I want it to be like really smoky.
Maybe not that bad. It's that bad. Yeah, it's so bad.
Waterline because I don't want to do black.
I should film at nighttime more often.